Hello guys, welcome at Valma channel. My name is Roger. Today we are in Heraklion, the capital of Greece, and we are going to make a video of a very rare sea castle, a Venetian sea castle from the beginning of the 16th century. Only very few remain because of the corrosion working of the sea. So most of these forts and castles are gone. This one is in a very good state and restored. So come on, we're going to visit it. We are now at the backside from the castle. The small tower you see on top are the remnants of an Ottoman minaret, Muslim prayer house that has been built when the Ottomans conquered this castle around 1700, a little bit earlier than that, I think 1669. You see the massive walls built to withstand the big cannons that were used on the ships from the enemy when they go attack the castle. On all the sides of the castle you see this wonderful marble statues. It's a winged lion holding the New Testament, and it's the weapon from Venice. So you know exactly, if you see this kind of thing, it's built by the Venetians in the 16th century. Quite a beautiful statue, only it has damaged a lot by the salt from the sea. Side wall from the castle, and on the back you see the snowy slopes of the big mountains of Crete. Entrance gate.
Put your mask in your face, please.
Well, the entrance consists out of a few very impressive arches. It's all natural stone, limestone. And you see here some of the guns, or one of the guns that they use to defend the castle. Like I said, a sea castle is rare, it's quite unique. Most of them are built by the Venetians, and they have a little bit different function from the land castles. Sea castles are mainly to protect the interest of trade and the harbors. Well, this cannon you can see is made in 1565. And on it is the weapon from probably Persian over there. It's bronze, that's why it's well preserved. Bronze is the best metal to preserve against the influences of the salt sea. Well, they restored it nice. They put in very thick doors, wooden doors with traditional iron nails, very big ones. The light is coming from above, from small ceilings, small holes in the ceiling I mean. In one of the rooms you find a small exhibition of Roman and Hellenistic artifacts that have been found during the restoration of the castle. Building fragments, pieces of columns. Elaborate piece of a window, fragments of a statue. And it tells a little bit about the history of the city of Heraklion, the capital from nowadays Crete, and also the capital during the Venetian times. It was called Candia. Very big doors again. You can see in between the doors there's opening. Then had iron gates going down, so it was a double closure. But they are long gone. Now you see something about the history. Old pictures, stories of how it used to be. It's a nice place. Now we enter the room, full with Roman force. This kind of pottery were the vessels in the ancient times. They were used to transport grain, olive oil and wine. This ones are from the Byzantine times and they were found in the wreckage in the harbour. Quite impressive to see so many amphoras together. And on the panels you can see the history of the fight. One of the divers carrying one of the amphoras. The find of this ship was done by the famous diver Cousteau from French origin. He is a famous oceanic explorer. He found from this vessel more than 300 complete amphoras and 1,500 broken ones. So it's quite an amazing find. Also the next room is full with archaeological finds. Also a lot of building materials found in the bottom of the ship that have been used as extra weight, so the sails wouldn't turn over with lots of wind. They put heavy stones down at the bottom of the ship. Oil vessels. Small oil lamps. And we have a lot of light from upstairs. Whoa, this is quite interesting. This is a whole cellar full with cannonballs. If they're all fired at this place, these people must have suffered a lot. I think there are hundreds, maybe even thousands of them. That's incredible. Well, we're entering the next room now. And again, you see a lot of archaeological finds from the sea. These very big and large copper plates are famous. They are used as trading currency by the Minoans, so they are almost 3,500 years old. 3,500 years, we had a very big explosion of Santorini, the volcano, that wiped out the whole Minoan civilization. At the same time, all the ships on the Mediterranean sank because you had a tidal wave from approximately 200 to 300 meters high, so destroying all the ships. So from that period of time you find a lot of vessels down at the bottom of the sea with the complete contents like this heavy 30 kilos copper plates and a fine Minoan pottery. Whole exposition. See some other cannons again. Beautifully crafted bronze. Look at the details, even the handles, they got small heads. Don't know if you can see it. This cannon is made in 1665, so it's a 17th century cannon. And even the rear end of the cannon is beautifully crafted. As you can see, it's an animal holding a ring in his mouth. Beautiful. I see here the French lilies. Well, here you see some iron cannons. Iron and salt, they don't go together, they don't match. That's why the cannon is almost completely rusting and eaten away by the salt. And again, another one. And some piles from cannonballs. More cannons. You can see the view from there. They were shooting the cannons. These were the rooms where they were standing, where they had the gunpowder. And through the windows, overlooking the sea and the harbour. Well, that was the basement. It was impressive. It's a lot to see. And if you're in the summer and it's hot outside, I think it's nice between the big walls. Now we are going up. Walking on the old stairs. Well, upstairs is quite a big terrace, flat space, light. There you see the remnants of the minaret I was talking about before. This is still part of the building, getting a little bit higher. And here you got all the ceilings, all the windows I mean in the ceiling, the rooms below. And of course in ancient times there will be cannons here too, overlooking the sea, spotting the enemy to come with ships. Yeah. To protect the harbour and the castle for the damaging waves, they build a big dam nowadays to protect the whole thing. The back side of the castle. One more entrance. This slope is not as steep. This one will be used to direct the cannons upstairs. Okay guys, this will bring me to the end of your trip here. This is the view from the other side. Here you can see the old harbour with the Venetian warehouses on the background, and of course the modern capital Heraklion with the harbour and the yachts, and protection from the Greek Navy. If you like my video, please subscribe. It will give me the opportunity to make more interesting and nice movies and to show you great content. Okay, thank you very much. I hope to see you again and to welcome you back at Valma channel. Please subscribe. Thank you.